The rain fell softly over Seattle, washing the glass walls of Ethan Cole's modern home in silver streaks. Inside, laughter echoed, warm, alive, perfect. Or at least that was how Ethan believed his life to be. At 42, Ethan had everything a man could dream of: a successful construction company, a beautiful wife, Claire, and 2 energetic sons, Lucas, 12, and Mason, 9. Every Sunday morning they played football in the backyard, while Claire watched from the patio, coffee in hand, smiling like a woman blessed beyond measure. Ethan often thought, this is what winning looks like. He trusted deeply, loved completely, and never imagined betrayal could live inside his own home. The friendship. Ryan Walker had been Ethan's best friend since college. They built their lives side by side, first apartments, first failed businesses, weddings only months apart. Ryan was Lucas's godfather. He attended every birthday, every Thanksgiving, every Christmas morning. Ryan was family. When Ethan traveled for work, Ryan checked in on Claire and the boys. "Just making sure your kingdom's still standing," Ryan would joke. Ethan appreciated it, trusted it, never questioned it. The beginning of doubt. The first crack appeared quietly. Ethan needed minor surgery, routine, harmless. During pre-operation testing, doctors ran standard blood work. 2 days later, his physician frowned. "Mr. Cole, your blood type is O negative?" "Yes," Ethan replied casually. The doctor hesitated. "And your sons?" Ethan smiled proudly. "Lucas is AB positive, Mason too." Silence filled the office. The doctor cleared his throat carefully. "That's genetically impossible." The words barely registered. Impossible? Ethan laughed it off at first. Maybe medical records were wrong. Maybe hospital mistakes happened. But doubt is a seed once planted, and doubt grows fast. The test. He ordered DNA tests secretly, not because he believed something was wrong, but because he needed peace. 3 envelopes arrived 5 days later. Ethan sat alone in his office after midnight, city lights glowing beyond the window. His hands trembled as he opened the first result. Lucas Cole, probability of paternity 0%. His breath stopped. The second envelope slipped from shaking fingers. Mason Cole, probability of paternity 0%. The room felt smaller. Air vanished. Sound disappeared. 12 years of bedtime stories. 9 years of scraped knees. First words, first steps. Gone in 2 sheets of paper. Ethan stared at the wall until sunrise, unable to cry. Only one question echoed. If not me, then who? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Memory began rearranging itself. Ryan holding newborn Lucas longer than anyone else. Ryan attending every doctor visit when Ethan traveled. Ryan knowing Claire's favorite wine before Ethan did. Pieces clicked together with horrifying precision. Ethan checked old photos. Lucas had Ryan's smile. Mason shared his eyes. The realization hit like a car crash. His best friend, his wife, his sons, all connected by a lie. That evening, Ethan came home early. Claire stood in the kitchen humming softly while cooking dinner. Normal, beautifully normal. "Claire," he said quietly. She turned, smiling. "You're home early." Ethan placed the DNA results on the counter. Her smile faded instantly. Color drained from her face before she even read them. That was answer enough. "How long?" Ethan asked. His voice scared her more than shouting would have. Tears filled her eyes. It just happened once." "Don't lie." Silence shattered between them. Claire collapsed into a chair. "It started when you were traveling so much," she whispered. "I was lonely. Ryan was there, and then Lucas happened." Ethan felt something inside him tear. "And Mason?" Her silence confirmed everything. Years. Not a mistake. A secret life. Ethan drove straight to Ryan's house. Rain pounded harder now, thunder rolling across the sky. Ryan opened the door casually until he saw Ethan's face. He knew. "You were never going to tell me?" Ethan asked. Ryan rubbed his forehead. "I didn't want to destroy your family." "My family?" Ethan laughed bitterly. "You built it behind my back." Ryan's voice hardened. "I loved her." The words landed like bullets. "And the boys?" Ryan swallowed. "They're my sons." Ethan punched him. Years of brotherhood exploded into violence. Furniture crashed, glass shattered. Finally, Ethan staggered back, breathing heavily. "You sat at my table," Ethan said hoarsely. "You let me raise your children." Ryan didn't deny it. "I thought maybe it was better this way." Ethan's laughter turned hollow. "For who?" That night, Ethan watched his sons sleep. Lucas clutched a basketball. Mason snored softly under superhero blankets. Nothing about them felt different. They were still the boys who ran into his arms after work, still the voices that called him Dad. Biology suddenly felt meaningless compared to memory, but betrayal? That was unbearable. He realized something devastating. The greatest lie wasn't that they weren't his blood. It was that everyone else knew, except him. Divorce came quickly. Claire cried, begged, apologized. Ryan tried to explain. Neither mattered anymore. But custody hearings brought the true battle. Legally, Ethan wasn't their biological father. Ryan stepped forward to claim his rights. Courtrooms became war zones of emotion. One afternoon, Lucas stood before the judge. Tears streamed down his face. "I don't care about DNA," the boy said. "He's my dad." Mason nodded beside him. "He taught me how to ride a bike." The courtroom fell silent. Even Ethan broke then. Because fatherhood wasn't created in a moment of conception. It was built over thousands of ordinary days. Months later, Ethan moved into a smaller home near the boys' school. Shared custody was granted. Ryan existed in their lives now, an unavoidable truth. But every weekend, Lucas and Mason still ran toward Ethan first, still called him Dad. One evening, while watching the sunset together, Lucas asked quietly, "Are you mad we're not really yours?" Ethan placed an arm around both boys. "You became mine the day I held you," he said. "No test can change that." Across the field, the sky burned orange and gold. Pain remained. So did betrayal. But love, real love, survived bloodlines. Wide shot, Ethan standing between two boys tossing a football beneath an endless American sky. Not the family he thought he had, but the one he chose to keep.